Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back. Today we are going to hill our potatoes, put a scoop of the mushroom compost on every berry tree, and anything that I see that I need to put. And last night, we did fertilize all the beds because some of the stuff looked like it was struggling. So hopefully that'll work out before the rain comes. So if you like watching these kind of videos, keep on watching. Alright guys, I think I did a dent on that pile. Whew. Alright, so let me give you a little rundown. I haven't done videos clearly because it's very hard to do a brand new homestead starting from scratch and having a camera in my hand is very hard. So hopefully eventually we'll get to the routine of doing the videos so the family and stuff can keep tabs on me, I guess. That's basically mainly what it's for. Lexington can't really help with the videos, and him and Daniel do the heavy stuff. So it's me by myself with the videos. He hates them anyways. But let me turn you around and show you what I did. Alright, so I hilled up the 7 potatoes that were in there. I did put a scoop in every berry tree. I think I remember what that one is. That one is a gooseberry. It's something that grows here. Not sure how it tastes. I guess we'll all find out when they start bearing, because it does have leaves. It is green. Check it out. So I did put a scoop in every berry tree. Also hilled up, obviously, the bag, and I also hilled up over here. So I did put another scoop on the rhubarb to see if it starts catching again. I did put one more scoop on that, and then I put a scoop on all the potatoes. Now from this side it looked like I should have done maybe another scoop, but okay, so clearly if you go back to the hands of time, all of this was woods. That's where all those trees come from. See all that pile of trees? They all came from this spot right here. All of this was full of woods. Our contractor came in, knocked everything out. Clearly not from, he did not dig anything out because we wanted to keep the mulch part of the tree, which is that pile right there. So we still have roots and stuff from the trees, obviously under the ground. And I don't want to till because that's not something that I want to do. I wanted to do a no-tilling kind of thing. So just for now, we did buy, obviously, the mushroom compost that we're able to stack up here to do the potatoes. But going forward, I do have my broad fork where I'm able to loosen up the soil and that kind of stuff, where that's where the cover cropping area comes in handy. Somebody is moving up the road, so they're doing the trucks are coming back and forth with stones. And I'm hoping that by doing the cover cropping on this side of each bed will loosen and give nutrients to that. Eventually, once we pick out the potatoes and stuff, I am hoping that I can broad fork this area and then just create a better, obviously, system. This is temporary. It was something that I can just do because I knew the time was coming for like potatoes. Right here is a little slump. That's what that is for. And then it comes here and then it does another little slump, if you can see. So I'll show you from this angle. You can see the slump because you can tell that bed is straight and then this one is doop. So I do hope to be able to straighten all this out once, you know, this garden season is over. I am gonna attempt my life at cover cropping the whole entire area in the fall and do one of those that use the fall cover cropping where you put it sometime in October and then it's supposed to pick up and then die out in the spring or in the winter. So it'll be October, November, December, January, and around February. January, February dies out, but and then the soil should be nice and soft. So I'm hoping that this cover cropping is a little bit the beginning of it. And even if I don't have enough time, I am going to trim it down and then still, because I do have that pile of compost that I can use, that if I need to put the compost first to do like my tomatoes and my corn, then I'll do that versus broad forking. So I'm not gonna broad fork today. I did do this whole entire area about a month ago and the backside, just so, because obviously you see it slumps. This, I don't think any more seed would go down there, but at least something where water can actually go into. So I made like a little trench with my broad fork. Also, somewhere in between there in the middle, if you can see somewhere around here, there's stones, because our contractor was moving stuff around and he must have grabbed some stones. So that's stuff that I also gotta like toss once I find them. And big sticks like this one that obviously is in the ground. Now obviously the trees and stuff, these little tree trunks, they will compost eventually, but it takes a while because they're not really small. But that piece right there that I did was not that hard to broad fork. And at least I'll be able to do that and plant stuff. So I do have obviously the broad fork. I have the hiller. Everything is manual. I have the potato hiller. I have actually the thing that digs in the ground with the 3 little forks that you can dig if I have to. And I did do that actually by the coop. And I planted some flowers. So, and that wasn't so hard. That was pretty easy. Some of the plants perked up after yesterday, as you can see, because we fertilized, and I fertilized it with fish fertilizer. I'm trying to get rid of all the fertilizers that I have that I don't like, and that was one, not fish alone, but the brand that I brought. I do have the good brand. I also had a doctor something fertilizer. So, you know, you go to the store, you think you don't have it, and then you buy it, and then you come home and you have another bottle, that kind of thing. So I'm trying to organize myself because I do have a lot of bone meal, blood meal, and all that stuff that I can probably throw actually over here because I have so many bags. As a matter of fact, I think that's what I'm going to do, just so I can get some kind of nutrients before I do that. So let me do that. I'm going to do that. Here's the stones. Gonna have to pick them up. Also, I did put a scoop of the compost to all the trees in the back. And I think that's what gave it a little boost. And I did that like a month ago. I'm sorry, it's really hard to record. And actually, I'm inside the barn. Let me pay attention to my surroundings because it's snake season. Before I go in here, cuckoo! Okay, I don't hear anything. What was I saying? It's very hard to record our progress and do the progress at the same time. My other option for next year is I do have a 50 by 50 black tarp that I can cover if I want to. I'm thinking maybe I'll do that to the beds because that is a 50 by 50 area. But I don't think I'll do the where I have all the cover crops. So here's the tool. Let me turn you around. Here's the tool that I have. I ordered it online. And it comes with all the pieces. That's what I loved about it. It was about maybe $1,000. So it comes with that. It comes with the broad forking. It comes with the hiller. It also comes with the scrapers to scrape and also to dig basically a hole or to dig a line, I guess, right? So it has 3, 4, 5 pieces, and then I think the broad fork was separate, but I spent like maybe 1,500 between all the tools, and I love it. It's great. It wasn't hard. It's made out of the broad fork is made out of metal. I didn't want anything wood where it will break. So yeah, I did that, and I sowed some flowers by the chicken coops, and they're already growing. This is the organic fish fertilizer that I do want to start using, but I do have lots of fertilizer. So you see I have a lot of bone meal and blood meal that I use technically before I plant anything, but I do have big humongous bags that we still have. So I want to use the little ones because I like the bigger bags better. And then I do have this container full of the same thing of fertilizers. I have worm castings. I have this fertilizer. So I'm trying to use these first before, using the fish one. So, and then I had a small doctor or something. It was a green bottle. It's the one you find in like Lowe's, easy to find. And I found that one in, oh boy, where did I find that one? I found that one in here, but I don't know when I brought it. So I'm trying to use them because obviously the organic fish fertilizer is my only one I want to start keeping to use is that big gallon one. I do use the blood meal and the bone meal, but it's usually when I first start planting stuff. And then the fish fertilizer is the one that I use to water in at least once during the season. So when I plant like my tomatoes, my peppers, all those big plants in the containers, I'll use like a scoop of the blood, a scoop of the bone, which is behind there, right there, that blue bag. And that's what I use like right before I plant. And then we wait a couple of weeks, about 6 weeks or so, somewhere in the middle of the season. And then I fish fertilizer. I'm trying to listen to my surroundings, people. But let me go do that. I'm going to use all the little bags of the blood and the bone meal. Actually, I'm going to use the worm casting first. And then if I don't get to the whole entire area with the worm casting, then I will use the little bags of the blood and the bone. So let me get started. I'll be right back. Before I go, this is that chicken soup. Apparently it's really good. But it takes a while. Apparently you're supposed to put it with some water. You got to do like a measuring of this. Shake very well with some water. Put a lid on it. Put it in the heat. Let it ferment before you can use it as a fertilizer. So that's why I don't tend to gravitate towards that one. And I will never buy it again, basically. All right, guys. I got to fertilize everything. Come on, guys. Get out of the garden. I was able to use all the worm casting, the 1 bag of bone meal, the 1 bag of blood meal, and I think that half a bag that was already mixed. So, thank God. But let me show you the flour mix that I ended up planting. So here's the chicken stuff, or the chicken coop. Say hello to the turkey. And then I did run, we are going to do a door right there, so we didn't want to do flowers where it was going to interfere, but I did do flowers from here. I didn't have enough. It was wildflowers. So as you can see, they're growing if the dogs don't keep stepping on it. And then I did all the way here. Move, bingo. Then I stopped, clearly, because the compost is here. And then I started again here, going all the way down to that tree. Check out the chicken. We did put a little pool for the ducks. Not sure if you can see him back there. Oh, there he is. Only one is actually bathing in the swimming pool. They look so good. Oh, so cute. Here's everybody. Well, maybe about half of everybody. I could sit here for hours and watch all these little babies. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the quick video today. But thank you for watching. God bless. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.